Well, welcome to Therapeutic Yoga today. Our class today is a little bit of a different one. So, we're going to be a little bit more heavy on the physical therapy today, a little bit more lighter on the yoga, but I will do my best to kind of weave those two things together as best as I can. So, our focus today is going to be on upper body posture. Now, I want to highlight a brilliant neurologist and physical therapist that unfortunately passed on in 2002 at the ripe young age of 74. His name is Vladimir Janda. So, Vladimir Janda is from the Czech Republic. He was a physical therapist and neurologist that brought the whole concept of muscle imbalance to the fitness world, the physical therapy world, the medical world. So he is literally world renowned when we think of what the term muscle imbalance means. There are several other professionals that also kind of hold on to and have done a lot of research in that area. But today I want to highlight Janda. So Vladimir Janda had several books out on pain management and posture. And I want to take a very quick minute, so stay close to your screen. I want to take a very quick minute to show you what something called upper cross syndrome is. So when we think about muscle imbalance of the body, what we're talking about is muscles that are too tight and need to be stretched versus muscles that are too weak or inhibited and need to be strengthened. So give me a quick second to share with you a particular picture so you get the full picture of what upper cross syndrome actually is. So take a look at this screen here. More importantly, do not worry about the words, but this is actually from a particular physical therapy textbook called The Assessment and Treatment of Muscle Imbalance, the Janda approach. Now, in this picture, if you look at that spine and that muscular body on the right side, you see a cross. You see an axis A and an axis B. That is our entire focus for today's class. So, axis B is where the muscles are weak. So, it's going to be the front of your neck and the lower part of your shoulder blade where your stabilizers are. Axis A is where your muscles are tight. So that's going to be your upper trapezius and your levator scapulae and those muscles, as well as your pectoralis muscles. So when you look at that cross, that's the entire focus of the Janda approach of muscle imbalance. What we're going to do is take that concept of the upper body and basically do a 1-hour therapeutic yoga class on it. All right, so let's begin our class. So we're gonna begin the class today in standing. What I want you to do is find yourself in standing near something that you can hold on to, but we're not gonna be sitting today. Have also a yoga strap. We're gonna be using that in just a few short minutes. Once you have both of those things, what I want you to do is stand and look at your feet and take your feet and put them approximately hip distance. So what that would mean for you is about 2 fist width between your big toes. Once you have that, look down at the outside of your feet and kind of line up the outside of your feet with the front and the top of your mat. Very nice. Then pick your toes and your toes up. Once you pick your toes up, take a moment here to kind of rock your body forward and backward, kind of like you're leaning forward from the ankles. Feel the weight through the balls of your toes as you unload your heels. And then as you rock backward, feel the weight in your heels. Now, allow yourself to rock once or twice or 3 times, and then find the middle of the road of that rock so that there's always weight into the balls of those toes, and then slowly let your toes come back down. Once you have that position, just take one quick second to close your eyes and feel. Do you perceive that you've got equal amount of weight going through your right leg and equal amount of weight through your left leg? So if you need to do a little side to side to perceive that or feel that kinesthetically, then go for it. Then go to your knees for me and tighten your knees nice and tight. Feel the weight go into your heels, and then soften your knees and place the weight back into the balls of the toes as well. Hands up to the pelvis for me. Do a little bit of a pelvic tilt under, a little bit of a pelvic tilt forward. Do that a couple of times, and then find that point where you feel like your pelvis, if it was a bowl, is nice and level, or as level as you can get it. Once you're now in that position, allow yourself to rest your right hand on your chest bone, your left hand on your belly area. We're going to take an inhale, and we really want to lift that right hand straight up with the spine. So take a deep inhale, lift that spine up, hold your breath, look down at your feet, line up that rib cage and that spine, and then as you exhale, kind of let that right hand come down and let the belly soften. Now that you have that alignment through your upper body, you at home may feel like you're kind of tipping forward. That's okay. Engage through your ankles and engage through your glutes, and you will stay upright, I promise. Now, for most of us, if we look at where our hands are right now, our hands are kind of laying in front of us. That is that forward shoulder girdle that we are spending literally this entire day about. But let's see if we can get ourselves as close to neutral through our shoulder girdles as possible. So take your right shoulder and just gently shrug it upward. Take that thumb and rotate the entire arm backwards into external rotation, and then pull that shoulder blade back and down. And then relax your hand to the side of your body. Same thing on the left side. Shrug that shoulder up, rotate that hand all the way around, maybe a little squeeze between the shoulder blades here, shrug that elbow back and down, and then relax that hand beside the body. Feeling in this position as you're here that now those shoulder blades actually are sitting connected to the spine and the rib cage. Now finally, kind of lengthen through your neck, settle your chin. Feel if you still have weight in the balls of your feet or if it's all gone back into those heels. All right, let's take a minute. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a moment here. Let's do a couple of nice deep breaths all the way down into our belly. Want to work your balance? Go ahead and close your eyes while you're at it. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Keep that neck long, that chin settled. Deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Now let's do one more of those. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Opening up your eyes. All right. So we're going to get started with that cross. So what we want to begin with are those muscles that are in the back of our neck, the back of our upper shoulders that are tight, as well as the muscles that are here that are tight. So let's start with some nice, gentle, easy, active opening through our pectoralis muscles. So simply take your arms nice and long. How wide? Imagine your collarbone. If you were trying to make your collarbone longer, how wide could you make it? Thumbs are up, palms are forward. Now, in this position, without lifting your chest up, so keep your abdominals nice and engaged, weight through the balls of your feet, make sure that pelvis stays in neutral. Take a deep inhale and reach the fingertips backward as much as you can, and feel that gentle stretch through the chest. Exhale, come back to the center. Let's do that 2 more times. Nice deep inhale, abdominals stay engaged, keep that good standing balance or Tadasana. Exhale, coming back. And one more time here. Nice deep inhale, reaching and lengthening backward. And then exhale and relaxing. Very nice. Relax those arms down. I promise we'll come back to stretching these muscles later. Now, let's talk about these upper trapezius, levator, scapulae, and these evil sternocleidomastoid muscles. So oftentimes when we stretch these muscles, we don't get a very good stretch because the muscles really have a hard time moving because they're either tense or they're just kind of stuck in position. So let's play today at trying to loosen these muscles a little bit with some soft tissue mobilization before we kind of get into doing some stretching. So our strap is going to help us with that for the second one. But for the first one, here's what I want you to do. Take your fingers and your thumb and come along to the right side of your neck and see if you can feel this gigantic big muscle that kind of runs straight down your neck. If you can, just see if you can kind of pinch it. As you pinch that muscle, you might feel some burning, you might feel some pulling. You can, as you pinch, hold it and maybe just gently turn your neck away from you. So if you're pinching on the right, turn your head to the left. That's a good thing to do. How much can you pinch of that muscle? Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a carotid artery there, but I promise with you pinching just that muscle, you're not going to be doing too much harm to it. It's a big, thick arterial wall. So just gently pinching that sternocleidomastoid and doing a little bit of rotation to the opposite side. Very nice. Now let's do our left one. So right hand, fingers and thumb, come to the left side of your neck and see if you can find that big muscle that sits on the side of your neck. So this big thing right here. Then see if you can just pinch that muscle. Don't be surprised if one side is actually tighter than the other. If you can pinch it and just kind of pull it away from you, can you then just gently start to turn your head to the right this time? Wow, I am a much tighter on my left side than my right side. So all I'm doing is trying to pinch that muscle, pick it up a little tiny bit, give it some space from the tissues and muscles and arteries and veins around it. Do a couple more rotations here. All right, now grab your strap for me. We're going to do the same idea with the upper trapezius muscle. So we could certainly use our fingers with this, but instead we're going to use a strap to try to work on the muscle play of this muscle. So here's what I want you to do. Have the strap over your right shoulder. Hold the strap with your right hand in front of you, left hand either to the side of you or behind you. And here's all you're going to do. It's kind of like you're just kind of pulling the strap backwards. As you pull the strap backwards, what's happening is these tissues are being pulled behind you. So can you kind of just keep rubbing that strap or belt or whatever you're using, scarf at home, and kind of warm up those tissues as well as pull those tissues backwards. So it kind of feels like you're giving yourself a little bit of a neck massage sort of, but only in one direction. Now, find the area closest to where the shoulder comes into the neck, place the strap there, hold it down on the right side this time, let your head side bend over that strap. Now with the left side, can you pull back and hold the muscles back? All right, if we're tackling that upper trapezius, nice and simple here, just gently side bend your head away from you. So keep pulling that strap back as you pull those muscles back where they should be, and side bend so that your left ear is coming towards your left shoulder. Can you check in on that standing balance? Make sure your abdominals are engaged, weight are through the ball of your feet, your knees are not hyperextended, and your pelvis is in neutral. All right, let's try a few nice deep inhales and exhales here. So deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Nice deep inhale in. Exhaling out. One more good one. Deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Now see if you can hold that strap in that position. Keep that head side bent to that left. And just simply turn that chin down towards that left armpit. Aha. That is your levator scapulae muscle. Now, can you keep pulling that strap back and pull that chin gently down? Let's do 2 more breaths here. Nice deep inhale in. Also getting a stretch of that muscle in the front. Exhale out. Sternocleidomastoid is its name. One more time. Deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Slowly bring your head up. Relax the strap. Now, take the strap up and over the left shoulder. Once you have it up and over that left shoulder, again, pulling the strap back, seeing the tissues be pulled backwards, kind of maybe even feeling a little bit of a burny on the skin as you do that. What you're doing is you're doing soft tissue mobilization of that upper trapezius and levator scapulae muscle before we do a little bit of stretching of it. So this particular area tends to get really tense, and it also tends to get a lot of lack of what's called muscle play, where one muscle cannot move upon another. So sometimes kind of doing what we're doing right now is exactly what those muscles need. All right, now take that strap again, place it kind of where the shoulder comes up and the neck goes vertical. Once you have that, hold it with the left hand in front, right hand to the side of you or behind you. And then in that position, start to side bend your head over the strap and then pull that strap all the way back and hold it there. Now gently bring your head to the opposite side as you're stretching through that upper trapezius. All right, you got the stretch happening. Now let's check in with the body posture here. Can you see, are there weight in the balls of your toes? Are your knees unlocked? Is your pelvis in neutral? Can you get some engagement through your abdominals here? All right, let's do this. 3 breaths. Deep inhale in and out. 2 more times. Nice deep inhale in and out. And 1 more time. Deep inhale in and out. All right, stay right where you are, pulling that strap back. Head is tilted to the right side. Now, simply take that chin to add that levator scap stretch, that third muscle that tends to get tense and tight. Gently turn your chin towards your armpit. Feel that beautiful stretch on the back of your left neck. Let's hold here. 2 more breaths. Deep inhale in, exhaling out. 1 more time. Deep inhale in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Releasing the strap, taking the strap, you are done with it. So that was the main thing we wanted to use the strap for today. So just as a review, we did soft tissue mobilization. We kind of loosened things up first and then we stretched second. So working those muscles of that upper cross that tend to get too tight on the back of the neck. Now that we've done that, let's kind of move on to starting to strengthen. So we're going to start doing some strengthening exercises in standing first, and we'll move down to our mat second. So here's what I want you to do now. Have yourself so you are facing towards something that you can put your weight on. Once you've found that, place both hands on that area, and then slowly start to walk yourself back until you get yourself in a nice, good hip hinge position. Now, a couple rules here. If you've got tight hamstrings, keep your knees bent so that you don't have yourself in a posterior tilt through your low back. So we want to keep the spine nice and straight. That means knees bent for those of you with tight hamstrings. Take your hands, place the hands straight. Can you get your elbows straight here? Slowly start to lower your chest and your head down between your arms. Only go to what feels comfortable for your shoulders. Now, if you do have shoulder impingement or any sort of pain, just take your arms out wider on a wider surface. That will work for you. Now, in this position, make sure that your spine's not sinking downward. So engage those abdominals. Keep yourself nice and long as you hip hinge and pull your hips backwards. All right, take a deep inhale into your diaphragm here. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin straight down to your mat. Exhaling out. 1 more time, nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Now, slowly step halfway forward towards your chair or whatever you're using to support, and take your left hand and rest your left hand onto the chair. So now we have the ability to strengthen through this right free hand. So here's what I want you to do. Get that spine strong, nice and strong and straight. Knees are bent. Drop the right arm down towards the floor. Turn the thumb away from you. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, kind of keep yourself in this nice supported position, and take an inhale and bring your arm out and squeeze your right shoulder back and down. Then as you exhale, drop that arm down. All right, let's try that 4 more times. Inhale, lifting the arm, squeeze the shoulder blade back and down. That's important. Exhale, come back down. Can you keep your abdominals engaged? Inhaling, lifting, squeeze the shoulder blade. So don't let the arm just do the work here. Exhaling back and down. 2 more times. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Inhaling, lifting, squeeze that shoulder blade back and down. Exhaling down. And 1 more time. Inhaling, lifting, squeeze that shoulder blade back and down. And exhaling down. Very nice. Now, take your arm and bend your elbow. Thumb is out, so you're kind of looking at your palm, if you can think of it that way. In this position, lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Staying here, abdominals are nice and tight, spine is nice and strong. Inhale, lift the arm, keep the forearm parallel to your body. Squeeze the shoulder blade back and down. Exhale, drop it back down. 4 more times. Inhale, lift, squeeze that shoulder blade back and down. Exhale, coming back down. Inhaling, lifting, squeeze the shoulder blade back down. Exhaling slowly. I hope you're feeling a nice lengthening through your hamstrings. Inhaling, lifting, shoulder blade back down. One more time, guys. Exhaling slowly, and finally, inhaling, lifting shoulder blade back down, and exhaling slowly. Very nice. Right hand, left hand to the chair. Bend your knees and slowly bring yourself back up into standing. How are your glutes, hamstring, and calf feeling? I hope as good as mine. All right, now here's all we're doing. We're flipping around so that we can do the left side. I'm gonna simply just take my chair and go to the opposite side of my mat. Again, let's start with doing a nice good spinal opening and lengthening through our hamstrings and a nice good engagement through our spine. So have your hands on the chair, walk yourself nice and far back. Again, hamstrings, if they're tight, keep the knee bent. Don't allow your hamstrings to stay straight and make yourself tuck your tailbone under. That's not what we want. So a nice level spine here is what we're looking for. Once you have that, engage your abdominals, slowly sit back. This is a modified downward dog, by the way. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Now in this position, hold here for 2 breaths. Deep inhale into the belly and chest. Exhaling out. Let's do one more time here. Nice deep inhale in and exhaling out. Beautiful. Step your feet exactly half the distance of where you are away from your chair or table or whatever you're using. Right hand this time comes down and supports yourself onto the chair. Once you're in that position, rest yourself so that your spine once again is nice and straight. Knees are slightly bent here, so there's some tension in the legs, but not too much. And then engage through those lower abdominals. Left arm, drop that left arm down. Lengthen through the neck and the chin. Turn that thumb away from you. Let's do the same thing on this left side. So as you inhale, arm comes up, shoulder blade back and down. As you exhale, bring that arm back down. 5 times, so 4 more. Inhale, lift, shoulder blade back and down. Exhaling, coming back down. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, back down. Focus on the shoulder blade. Inhaling, lift, shoulder blade back and down. Exhaling down. One final time here. Inhaling, lift, and exhaling back down. Very nice. Now, take your hand, bend your elbow 90 degrees, place your palm so that you're facing at that position. In this same position, make sure you're engaging through your abdominals, neck is long, chin is tucked in. Inhale, lift that arm, get that arm parallel to your body, shoulder blade back and down. Exhale, come back down. 4 more times. Inhale, lift, shoulder blade back and down. Exhale, back down. And inhaling, lift, shoulder blade back and down. Exhaling, back down. 2 more times, guys. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Inhale, lift, shoulder blade back and down. Exhaling down. And one final time here. Inhaling, lift, shoulder blade back and down, and exhaling down. Beautiful. Hands on there, bend your knees, curl yourself back up. All right, so standing component of working through those weak part of our upper cross syndrome or our upper body posture taken care of in the standing position. Now, obviously, if you were at home and you wanted to do those exercises with very light resistance or weights, like a can of vegetables or a free weight, by all means, I strongly encourage you to do that. Now, here's what I would like you to do. If your chair is on your yoga mat, go ahead and move it out of the way and then make yourself down onto your mat in child's pose, and we will meet back up and do everything that we need to do on our mat. So in your child's pose, let's check in with a couple things here. Can you look back and make sure that your feet are toe or hip width apart, or that they line up with your knees and your hips? Can you just slowly settle your hips backwards? Now let your chest kind of rest on your knees. Bring the crown of your head as far down onto the floor as you can. If you cannot get your head down onto the floor, a pillow or something like that, very, very helpful for that positioning. And then just gently rest your elbows down to the side of you. All right, nice deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling out. Let's do that one more time. Nice, slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. Make yourself up to hands and knees. Now, as you're making your way up into hands and knees, just checking in for a second. Yeah, that's 2 fists between your knees. And then having the hips stacked directly on top of the knees, feet straight back behind you, hands. Have those index fingers pointed forward, wrists and elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Thumbs, pull them all the way inward. Outer three fingers, have them nice and spread out. Look at the elbow creases. Make sure that they're not fully turned all the way to the front of your mat, but kind of softened slightly towards one another. All right, lengthen your neck, settle your chin here. Let's go through 3 cat-cows. So as you inhale, sink your belly, sink your spine, lift your tailbone, shoulder blades back and down, lift your chest, lengthen your neck and look up. And then as you exhale, lift everything up and under, tuck the tailbone, spread the shoulder blades, chin to chest, look into that belly button. Inhale, sink the belly, sink the spine, lift the tailbone, shoulder blades back, lengthen that neck and look upward. And then as you exhale, curl everything up and under, tuck the chin into the chest. Very nice. Final time here, inhaling, lengthening everything through the front of your body, shortening everything through the back of your body, and then reversing that, exhaling, lengthening everything through the back of the body, shortening everything through the front of the body, and then come perfectly back to the center position. Now, in your center position here, go a couple times through what is called a shoulder blade push-up. So kind of spread your shoulders, pinch your shoulders, spread your shoulders, pinch your shoulders. Find the halfway in between marker in that, pushing into your index fingers and your thumbs. I promise I'll give the wrists a break in a quick second. The front of the neck, one of the chief areas that we lose strength in our neck. So in this position, can you lengthen your neck, tuck your chin in, and line your spine up with that beautiful tabletop position? Tighten the abdominals while you're at it, holding this position. Deep inhale into the belly, exhaling out. One more time here, nice deep inhale in. Exhaling out. Now take an inhale, and on the exhale, gently tuck the tailbone under, sit yourself back, drop yourself down into your child's pose one more time. Now resting here, nice deep inhale into the belly. Make sure your neck is nice and long in the back. Chin is gently tucked in. One more breath, deep inhaling in and exhaling out. You've got it. Now, we are making our way down onto our belly. So one quick thing I want to say about this, if you have sensitivity through your low back into extension, use a pillow or something underneath your belly area to support yourself not being in full extension. We are going to be doing extension-oriented activities to strengthen those shoulder stabilizers today. I don't want you leaving, having a sore back, having better upper body posture. So create some support for that lower lumbar spine if you need it by simply grabbing a pillow and placing it underneath the abdominal region while you're laying on your belly. Those of you that don't need it, go ahead and slowly bring yourself down onto your belly. Check in that your feet stay hip distance. Once you're in that position, just gently rest your elbows out to the side of you. Make a diamond shape with your index fingers and your thumbs. And once you're in that position, slowly drop your crown of your head, the brow, to kind of line up with those thumbs. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Relax your shoulder blades down here. Take a deep inhale into your belly. As you do, feel that stretch happening through the lower part of the rib cage and maybe some into your low back. And then as you exhale, just slowly let that air out. All right, let's do that one more time. Nice, slow, deep inhale into the belly. And then exhaling that air out. All right, back to the pectoralis muscles, those muscles in the front of the chest that tend to get too tight. So allow yourself to bring your right arm straight out to the side of you. Left hand, kind of sweep it so it's underneath the left shoulder. Now, those of you that have a lot of extra movement in your shoulders, caution here. We're just trying to stretch your chest muscle. We're not trying to create a biceps tendonitis. So lengthen your right arm as far away from you as you can. In this position, keeping your right shoulder on the ground. Very slowly inhale and lift yourself up and to the left side as you feel that stretch through the chest on the right side. Holding this position, take a deep inhale here. Exhaling out, one more breath, nice deep inhale here. And exhale out and gently lower yourself back down. Then left hand, bring the left hand all the way out to the side of you. Right hand comes underneath that right shoulder. Keep the left shoulder on the floor. Gently turn your head to the right here. Take that inhale and slowly lift the rib cage up. Feel that chest stretch. Take a deep inhale here. And exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale in. And exhaling out. Beautiful, slowly lowering yourself back down, bringing that left hand in, dropping yourself into a Sphinx pose for a moment. So that would be your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Again, pillow under the belly if your low back needs it. Now, in this position, once again, kind of sink through the shoulder blades and then spread the shoulder blades fully apart and then find that position in between of stability. Turn your thumbs so that your thumbs are pointed upward, then turn your thumbs so that your palms are facing upward, the thumbs are outward. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, keep those shoulder blades slightly spread apart. Now in this position, just simply start to rotate your hands outward. You'll feel those lower muscles of your shoulder blades beginning to engage as you do that. Now, can you hold that position there? Lengthen your neck, settle your chin, gaze down to your mat. Take a deep inhale and an exhale here. Boy, I'm shaking. Nice deep inhale and exhale here. Bring your hands back to the center, turn the palms down, rest yourself down onto the mat. Very good. Now, crown of the head is kind of to the index fingers, eyebrows, or to the thumbs. Just gently lengthen your neck and settle your chin here. Take a nice, slow, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. One more time, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. All right, now we are going to do Superman. So for those of you that don't know who Superman is, bring your arms all the way up and out, angle your arms so that they are wider than the width of your mat. So you don't want your arms all the way forward here. We're not trying to create shoulder impingement, fixing your upper body posture. So in this position with your arms straight out, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, forehead pressing down into the mat for a moment. Now, can you start to squeeze your glutes, tighten your abdominals, stabilize through your lower back and pelvis area, and see if you can straighten your knees, lifting your knees up off the floor to get the lower half of Superman, and then can you gently lift your toes up off the floor as well? If as you do that, you feel any movement in your low back, drop your toes back down to the floor. Now let's focus on that upper body. So in this position, start to lift your head and your arms at the same time as you squeeze your shoulder blades up. Can you make it to Superman? Those of you with any back sensitivity, keep your legs lowered down. Nice deep inhale here and exhale here. One more time, deep inhale here. And exhale here, drop the arms and the head at the same time. Relax through the abdominals and the glutes. Let's give our back a little bit of rest before we do that one more time. So hands underneath the shoulders, turn the toes under. Elbows are back and down. Slowly push yourself back, ladies and gentlemen, into your child's pose. Once you're there, rest your feet on the floor. Gently let your hips come to your heels, belly to the thighs, chest all the way down, crown of the head to the floor. Resting the elbows down. Allowing yourself to take 2 really deep inhales and exhales into your low back before we make it back down onto that mat one last time. So nice deep inhale here. And exhale. One more deep inhale into the belly. Exhaling out. Very good. Back to the belly. Keep that belly support if you need it for your low back. We are fixing upper body posture, not trying to create a low back problem. All right, once you're there, check in that your feet are once again a hip distance apart. Bring those arms back up to what is comfortable for your shoulders. Make sure you're wider than your yoga mat. Thumbs are up, shoulder blades are back and down. Lengthen the neck, settle the chin. So that's some strengthening through the front of your neck here. Hold yourself in this position. Let's figure out what you're going to do with your lower half. So here are your options. Option number one, just squeeze the glutes, tighten the abdominals, and hold everything there. That would be the option I would recommend if you have a lot of low back issues. Option number two, start to straighten through the knees and feel the kneecaps lift off the floor as you keep your glutes and your abdominals engaged. Finally, option number three, just gently lift your toes off the floor as your abdominals and glutes are engaged, holding that position. Now, you pick which one you want. Let's tackle the upper body now. Shoulder blades are back and down. Slowly begin to lift your arms and your head at the same time. Neck stays long, chin stays tucked in, shoulder blades are back and down. Deep inhale here. Be the best Superman you can be, and exhale here. One more time, nice deep inhale. And exhale, slowly dropping back down. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Elbows are tucked in. Turn the toes under if you want a little bit of stretch through your toes. Push yourself once again back into that child's pose. Let the tops of your feet be flat. Settle your belly to your thighs, chest again to the knees, slowly lowering the crown of the head, resting the elbows down, and taking a moment here for that nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale into the belly and exhaling out. Most excellent. Now, slowly bring yourself to the side of your mat, lay down through your side. Once you are laying down through your side at the side of your mat, just gently roll yourself onto your back. So the nice, safe way to get on your back, on your yoga mat, without doing any harm or injury to your low back. Now, let's kind of review for a second what we've done up to this point. So we have adequately done some good stretching through our upper neck area where we tend to get tight. We have also 2 times now done some good stretching through our chest area where we get tight. Always important to stretch what is tight before you strengthen what is weak. We have done good strengthening and standing and on our belly through our shoulder stabilizers, which are a weak area on the back of our lower or mid back. And we have also started doing some good strengthening through our neck area. Now, let's take this opportunity to work a little bit more on the strengthening of the front of the neck. For a lot of us, particularly if we've had any sort of whiplash or any sort of previous injury to our neck, this is where our weakest link is. So let's take some really, really good time to focus on getting it nice and strong. So first and foremost, lengthen your neck. Get the back of your neck nice and long. If you feel as you do that, there's tension at the back of your skull, so right where your hairline is, just like we did with our upper trapezius and levator scapulae and sternocleidomastoid, take your fingers back there and start to give them a nice good, almost like you're washing your hair to the hairline, and kind of give those suboccipitals a little bit of a soft tissue massage just to kind of loosen them up, and then lengthen that neck, settle that chin all the way into your throat. All right, once you have that position, where we want to begin today is making sure that this longus colli, this little tiny muscle that stabilizes your entire neck, has the ability to fire. So nice and simply, here's what I want you to do. Take your right hand or your left if you prefer, and take your chin and gently rest it under, or sorry, your thumb, and rest it slightly underneath your chin. Now with your neck nice and long, allow yourself to gently tuck your chin downward, With your thumb, slowly try to lift your chin upward. Take your tongue, please place it in the roof of your mouth so that your tongue is in its resting position. And then in that position, start to work on nice deep inhales and exhales through your belly. So a very light resistance as you're firing those muscles at the front of your neck. Deep inhales in, deep exhales out. One more good breath here. Nice little resistance, thumb to the chin, chin to the thumb, inhaling into the belly and exhaling out. Very, very nice. Now, take your left hand, bring your left hand to the arch of your neck. And as you bring your fingers to the arch of your neck on that left hand, slowly start to push your neck down into the fingers of your left hand as you imagine your neck lengthening away from you. Now, with that chin and that thumb, pushing into the fingers on the left side, pushing down into the thumb on the right side, holding that contraction of your neck. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale, one more breath, deep inhale. And exhale. And slowly release. Very good. So the best way to kind of get that good strengthening through those muscles of the neck without really any movement happening. However, let's do one good strengthening exercise to learn how to use the muscles of the front of your neck correctly. So when you lift your head off the floor, your neck wants to be your chin tucked in. As you lift your neck, your chin should stay tucked in as you gently bring your chin towards your chest. If you are at home and you lift your neck and your chin lifts first, that's those big, gigantic sternocleidomastoid muscles overworking and creating more of a posture problem. For those of you that are really weak at home, here's what I want you to do. Lengthen your neck, tuck your chin into your throat. Simply lift your head a half an inch off of the mat. Keep the chin tucked in. Now, can you hold that position, ladies and gentlemen, and just slowly let the hand let go of the head? Can you feel the muscles working in the front of your neck? Take a deep inhale here and an exhale. One more breath, deep inhale here. And an exhale, support the head again, and slowly keeping that chin tucked, rest the head back down to the mat. So oftentimes it's kind of shocking how weak we are through the front of our neck. Let's do that one more time before we move back to strengthening through those shoulder stabilizers. So again, take a hand, rest it to the back of the neck, lengthen the neck as much as you can, chin into the throat here. Then slowly, just a half or a quarter of an inch, lengthen that head off of the floor. Keep the chin gently tucked into the throat. Now, can you just simply hold that position and gently let your hand come away from the back of the head? Aha, you guys, those are those neck stabilizers working. Take a deep inhale here and an exhale here. One more time, nice deep inhale. And exhale and support the head again. Slowly relax the head back down to the mat. All right, let's take a break on the neck for a minute. Some of you may be already getting quite fatigued through the front of your neck. Take your right knee to your chest. Nice deep inhale here. And as you exhale, pull your knee into your chest. Deep inhale into the belly. And exhale, pull that knee back and into the chest. You've got it. Slide that left leg down the floor. Take a deep inhale, push the left leg fully down into the floor, and then on the exhale, pull the right knee into the chest. Let's do that one more time. Nice deep inhale, push that left leg down into the floor, and on the exhale, pull that right knee into the chest. Is your neck long and your chin tucked? Aha, beautiful. Then slowly slide the left leg up, release the right foot to the floor. Let's repeat that on the opposite side. So left knee comes to your chest. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then on the exhale, pull your knee into your chest. You've got it. Deep inhale into the belly here. And then as you exhale, slowly pull the knee into the chest further. Now slide that right leg straight down the mat. Right leg, take a deep inhale, push that leg down into the mat, feel the glutes engage. Exhale, pull that left knee into your chest. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling, pushing that right foot and leg down into the mat, and exhaling, pulling that left knee into your chest. You got it. Then slowly relaxing, sliding that right foot back up onto the mat, releasing the left foot to the floor. Now, let's go back to those shoulder blades, shall we? So, same idea as we did before. Let's go through different positions of strengthening. So, can you take your hands and bring your palms to the center of your body? Palms are together, fingertips are pointed towards the ceiling, thumbs are nice and spread out. Now, can you slowly bend your thumbs to your eyebrows or to the crown of your head? Then in that position, imagine peeling the palms away from one another as the pinkies turn away. Slowly let the pinkies turn away, the forearms turn away until you find yourself in this position of cactus arms or goalpost arms or whatever you want to call it. Let the pinkies be what's touching the floor right now. However close you can get to the floor, that's where you are today on your journey. Now, can you lengthen your neck and settle your chin? Get those muscles that are weak on the front of your neck. Can you make sure that your shoulder blades are back and down so there's no tension in those tight muscles on the back of the neck? All right. Start with your pinkies, ladies and gentlemen, and slowly push your pinkies into the floor. Push your elbows into the floor and feel those muscles through your shoulder blades engage. Can you maintain that? Take a deep inhale into your belly here. And exhaling, keep pushing those arms into the floor. One more time here. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, pushing those hands, pushing those elbows, feeling those shoulder blades engage, and slowly relax. Drop the hands down towards the hips. Rest right there for a moment. All right, let's do that all over again so you really get the stability that you are missing through those weak postural muscles of your shoulder blades. Hands all the way up towards the ceiling. Palms are lifted, thumbs towards one another. Can you please check in that your neck is long and your chin is tucked inward? Then slowly bend the elbows as the thumbs come to the forehead, crown of the head, or the eyebrows. Start at your pinky fingers and turn the pinkies, index, middle, all of them out, slowly opening up through those arms as all of a sudden those arms find that cactus pose position on the floor. The pinkies are what is on the floor. The thumbs are pointed up towards the ceiling. Now, can you check in the alignment of that upper body is good? So lengthen the neck, settle the chin in this position. Start to push the pinkies into the floor. There are those muscles that are weak in your shoulder blades. Then can you push the entire arms into the floor? Aha, full shoulder blade stabilization here. Now, lengthen your neck, settle your chin, get those neck muscles going. Can you take a deep inhale here? And exhaling here. One more time, nice deep inhale. And exhaling. And slowly relaxing, unrotating the arms, placing the hands on the pelvis, lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Let yourself rest right here. Take a deep inhale into your belly. Exhaling slowly out through the nose, nice and slow. One more time, deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Beautiful. One last little stretch through that neck area that gets tight before we do one last strengthening. So here's what I want you to do. Take your right hand, please, and see if you could get a hold of your right ankle. So let's kind of block that shoulder blade back and down in that position. So if you can Kind of get your knee and your ankles to the point that you can hold on to it. If you cannot reach your right ankle, no worries there. Just kind of hold on to your pants, or you can hold on to the underside of your knee. You kind of pick what works best for you. Now, in that position, lengthen your neck, settle your chin. Left hand, take a deep inhale as you slide that hand all the way up and over your head, and take your third finger and touch that top of that ear. Now, can you lengthen your neck and settle your chin here? Take a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, just gently slide your head to the left side. Once you have that position, you should feel that all of a sudden you started to pull a little bit through your right arm. Can you lengthen your neck more? Can you settle your chin more? All right. Deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. One more time, nice deep inhale into that belly and exhaling out. Beautiful. Now slowly bring your head back to the center, and then gently left hand comes down as you release your right hand from that ankle. Rest your right foot wherever it needs to be, and then take that left hand, grabbing that left ankle. How far down can you reach it? Again, you can either hold on to your pants or hold to the underside of your knee if you cannot reach the ankle. In that position now, with that right hand, start to bring that arm up and around the head, taking the third finger to the tip of that ear. Now, lengthen the neck, settle the chin. Keep that chin tucked in, don't let it go up to the ceiling. Take a deep inhale here. And on the exhale, start to tip that head towards the right. Nice, gentle, non-painful little bit of opening through that upper trapezius. Sternocleidomastoid, levator scapulae on that left side of the neck here. Keep the neck nice and long. Can you tuck that chin anymore? You've got it. Now, can you take a deep inhale into your belly? Exhaling out. One more time here. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. Slowly bringing the head back to the center, letting the right hand come down from the head, releasing the left hand from the foot, and placing the foot back onto the mat where it is comfortable. All right, spinal twist to end our class today, but we are not going to do a traditional spinal twist. We're going to do a little bit of a spinal twist to encourage more opening through our chest. So from where you are right now, what I want you to do is to gently roll yourself onto your right side. Take your right hand and rest it underneath your right head so that your head is not in a side bend position. And gently take your left hand and bring it kind of out in front of you. So knees are up at the height of the hips. In this position, we're kind of twisting from the top of our head downward today. So all I want you to do is take your gaze with your thumb and take a nice deep inhale. And as you inhale, slowly rotate the hand and the head back. Once you get as far as you feel comfortable, right hand can reach, gently hold that left knee. Keep the gaze with the thumb. In this position, take a nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. One more time, one nice deep inhale into that rib cage and belly. And exhaling out. Slowly, gaze stays with the thumb. Start your inhale as you unrotate everything back to the front of the mat. Very nice. Now, gently roll yourself back onto your back. Then gently roll yourself over to your left side. My apologies, my back is to you, but gently rest the left hand underneath the left head. Right hand is in front of you. Gaze at the right hand here. Start with that inhale. Hips and knees are in alignment. And as you inhale, gaze comes with the thumb as you let your spine rotate. Keep the head gaze with the thumb. Left hand comes down to the right knee. Slowly anchors that. Gaze stays with that thumb. Maintaining this modified spinal twist here. Give me a nice deep inhale into that rib cage. And exhaling out. One more time, deep inhale into that rib cage and exhaling out. Gaze of the eyes, stay with the thumb, slowly inhaling, unrotating that spine and that neck until the hand comes back onto the floor, then very gently rolling yourself back onto your back. Once you are there, lengthening your neck and settling your chin, taking your knees, please, up to your chest for one last hug. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, pull those knees into your chest. Deep inhale into the belly here. And exhaling out. And one more time. Nice deep inhale into the belly. And exhaling out. You got it. Slowly drop the right and the left foot down onto the floor. When you feel you're ready, keep those abdominals slightly engaged and slowly rest the right heel down to the right corner of the mat, the left heel down to the left corner of the mat. Gently let those shoulder blades rest underneath you. Feel, is that actually easier to do than it normally is? Maybe you did a tremendously awesome job today at working on that upper body posture. Lengthen your neck, settle your chin here. Close your eyes. Take that tongue rested to the roof of your mouth. And think about that picture at the very beginning of class that I showed you. The tightness through the front of the chest we took care of. The tightness through that upper back and lower neck we took care of. And then that opposite part of that cross, weakness through the shoulder blades, particularly the lower half of them, we took care of. And that weakness through the front of the neck, we took care of. So working through Vladimir Yanda's concept of muscle imbalance, of the upper crossed syndrome, we achieved improved posture through our upper body. Take a couple more final deep inhales into your belly and exhaling out. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes in circles with your ankles and your wrists. And then when you feel like you're ready, gently, one leg at a time, slide that leg up until your foot is flat on the floor, and then slowly roll yourself to your left or your right side. Let yourself rest there for maybe a breath or two. And then when you're ready, top hand, bottom elbow on, and exhale. Push yourself up into a seated position. Finding a nice, simple, easy pose or crossing those legs just for a moment. Hands are to the hearts. Maybe take a moment here to feel that engagement through those shoulder blades. Lengthen that neck, settle that chin. What beautiful posture you have at home right now. Nice deep inhale in. Exhaling out. Namaste. The highest in me salutes the highest in you. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today.